Cool. So either Nia or Sarah?
Okay. Well, if you look at the screen, yeah, I'm
Oh,
Nia.
yeah, nose goes.
What? What? I have dipsies. I touched my nose. Sorry, guys. I can't go.
By the
Okay,
rules
yeah,
of
I'm good.
dibsies. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do we also want to do pronouns? Did you?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
For Evie to be, would probably be she, her, they, them, them,
Cool. Um. Faye, did you want
This is whatever you have.
to? Okay. Then one introduction one.
Okay. Um, got my brain shouting, brouhaha! That's really terrible.
It's valid.
Um, Sires are the people who turn, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. But yeah, whether or not that may be
No.
oh man, it's okay, it's really good. But it's like kind of in the US and there's people who come over from Ireland and
Oh
like I
yeah.
said, there's a lot of underground boxing rings and stuff and there's a lot of very effective wearing of suspenders and blindfolds and shirts and
I
that's
was about to ask if it
definitely
was
not
suspenders
going
and
on.
okay.
Yes,
I love that.
definitely. Yeah, so hipster culture is being very kind to him right now because he must like lean into that, I guess.
That's good stuff. Yeah,
But
you said you had the least prep. You had tons of backstory. That's awesome.
oh well, it's
um,
good. I've done almost no work on the character sheet, so whatever it is, and you stuck with it. So yeah, good stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like, if you guys chose a pre-gen, you can redistribute the stats however you want. The only caveat is that whatever column the points are in, um, they have to stay in that column. So if you have, let me check here. Da, 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 da. If you have 5 dots total in your knowledges, you can move them wherever you want, but they have to stay in knowledges. That's the only caveat. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Um, so whatever walk of life you guys come from, uh, everything up and including your sire, everything up to the point that we're starting is up to you guys. It can be whatever you want. You have a few things in common. I told you one before we started is that you were embraced at some point. You led your lives whatever they were before the point that you were embraced. Then a vampire, under circumstances that are your choice, like I said, turned you. They embraced you. They I forget what the process is. I think maybe they drain you of all your blood and then let you drink of theirs. I forget. Okay.
I have no
Um.
idea how to keep people alive during that whole
Right.
process. It's got to be all the blood, but the source material said.
I think sometimes they don't. I don't know if it's 100% like turn rate. I'm not sure. Um. But yeah, that's the one thing you guys have in common. You died essentially. Your heart stopped beating. You stopped needing to sleep. Or
Also, I really like iced coffee, which is another weird thing.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and you can't eat or drink. I think um, I think you just yak it up if you eat or drink. I think it like provides no nourishment and your body totally rejects it. Unless you take a
All
certain
the more
merit.
reason to seek revenge.
Yeah.
Squad.
So that's one thing that you all have in common. You were uh, turned into vampires. The other thing is that you all fucked up in some way or another. uh, in one way or another, you messed up big enough that you owe somebody, maybe not your life, but something up to in like maybe including your life, um, that has put you in a position of being expendable. So during normal character creation, you have the option to choose flaws, that have different point values assigned to them, and you can take up to 7 points worth of flaws, and then you can put those back into your character. Um, for our purposes, you're each going to have the flaw. Oh God, what is it? Oh, expendable. Um, because of this grievous fuck up. Um, so you'll all have 1 point, um, and you can either put that in one of your backgrounds or in willpower, and that's your choice too.
We've already got a group name. We're the Expendables. Never done that before.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the circumstances starting out. Um, at some point in time, around the same point in time, you all have more or less the same conversation with somebody that's um, either somebody that rectified your error or somebody that covered your behind in some way. Um, you have more or less the same conversation with them. You all do, where they fill you in on a situation. Um, uh, so a little tiny bit. I don't want to do too much, but a tiny bit of background into the lore of Vampire. Um, there's 3 factions. One of them I'm totally ignoring for our purposes. The the other two are the Anarchs and the Camarilla. Um, the Camarilla they're referred to as the Ivory Tower. That should say a bit about them. They are the major control structure in the world of Vampire. Uh, they're like all of humanity's history with like lordship and kings and control in general wrapped up into one coffin, I guess. Um, the anarchs are the opposite. They don't think anyone should have control centralized in such a way. Um, and in recent lore, or I guess in past lore, the anarchs were considered a part of the Camarilla. But recently there was a outright like a schism, so anarchs are their own thing now, and we're playing in that timeline. Oh, that's the other thing. We're playing V20, but we're playing with V5's like lore stuff. I'm not too worried about like adhering to anything too tightly. We're learning. Yeah, we do what we want. That's perfect. Yeah, so that's the setting pretty much. Um, yeah, that's the background as far as the clans go. And the conversation that you all have with whoever's above you in some way, whoever's in charge of you or whoever you owe this expenditure is telling you that sorry. They themselves are anarchs, and you by association are an anarch. That's the other thing you all have in common. I should have said that too. Um, they have been included by some manner or another into an operation that the Camarilla are carrying out. They let you know um, that the Camarilla has plans to turn a noteworthy human figure into a vampire, into kindred. Um, they this person is affluent, influential, loaded beyond human comprehension almost. Um, and
Oh my god, they're going after deserts.
it's funny you should say that. Um, I don't know if I'll show this in the chat. I think I'm able to, but I don't know if I will. But
By all means.
the person the person who's instructing you shows you a picture of the person that you're after, and it is this person. Uh, their likeness is very much like our world's Jeff Bezos. Oh, actually,
This is Earth 2.
yeah,
President.
yeah. We can actually get some roles going here. So in world, we'll see if you guys recognize this person. Um, I was explaining before the roles. Sorry, go ahead. Uh, you're good. The roles are all they're pretty flexible. The standard thing is that you have to roll an attribute with an ability. So I think it's going to be a wits awareness, but it could be anything. So if there's any combination of an attribute and an ability that you think would help you recognize this person, um, you can feel free to roll that. I'll also note any resemblance to existing people in this game is purely coincidental. Everyone in this is fictional, totally made up. Yeah. Yeah.
And intentional, and we did it on purpose, and because
That too, yeah. Um, are you looking at the dice? Yeah. Uh, so under main dice pools, under dice, uh, yeah. So you'll click add. It's so complicated. It's so needlessly. I feel like this is a game meant to be played like physically, but yeah. So you'll add one, and then under attribute you'll add um, wits. I think is a good one. Intelligence maybe. So I'm rolling for the gangrel right now. I mean they're not here, but you know. So yeah, you'll add wits or intelligence. Then hi. Yeah.
That's right.
Hello.
And difficulty is 6.
Uh, I'll make it lower actually. I'll say it's 4. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So your
Hi.
modifier would be whatever your wit.
It'll be wits plus whatever the ability is that you're gonna use. I'll say awareness is a good one, but it can be other stuff too. You just gotta kind of sell it.
No, sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, you're good. We're learning here. I'm learning too. I'm obsessed with this game and I've never played it somehow, so I don't know anything about the rules.
That's just for fun.
Yeah,
Listen and try to roll this and see what's going
yeah. Oh God, 5 successes. Yeah. You know exactly who this is. You know that this is Beth Jesus, the founder and CEO, the founder and CEO of of the e-commerce website Congo.com. Uh,
This is the best thing that's ever happened.
this is the person who the Camarilla are trying to turn into a vampire, to have access to his resources and to give him the gift of eternal unlife. You can imagine how dangerous that would be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So whoever's giving you this mission, whoever's giving you this oh two, yeah, okay, so we'll cover successes too, I guess. One success is considered marginal. Um, that means you succeed. I think maybe there's complications or something, but that's all you need to succeed. Um, and then it goes up from there. Obviously, five is like your god. Um, so yeah, you all know who they are. Um, yeah, and yeah, they're who I said before. They're Beth Bezos, founder of Congo.com, and they need to die. Um,
I mean, yeah. My character there's a lot of songs on that song. Oh no!
it'll still be there. It'll be there when they're gone.
Yeah, unless they're hating from the website. That's okay. We'll be physically present when we dispose of him. You know, two birds, one stone.
Yeah, you can take control of his website if you want. Um, so yeah, they let you know, whoever's letting you know this, that that person needs to die. They can't be ghouled. They can't be disappeared. They need to die. That is your mission, and it needs to happen before the Camarilla make their way to his headquarters, and that's where you're going. You can't go directly there.
That's so hard. I mean, killing a vampire is one thing, but it has so many complications that take an innocent human life.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, pretty much. So you can't go. You can't go. They let you know that you can't go straight there. The Camarilla know that there's going to be heat because of what's going on. They know that people more than likely already know that it's going to happen. So you have to take kind of an indirect route. Wherever you are, you can choose where you're from in the United States, or not actually in the world. Um, you can choose where you're from. Wherever you're from, you're going to go first into the West Coast through via Southern California, roundabouts San Diego. So you'll start there. Uh, you will be meeting other people who have been given the same mission, and you will meet with them, and then head on up to Portland, to to the headquarters of Congo.com to dispatch their CEO.
We'll hit
Yeah.
up Powell's on the way back.
Powell's. Is that a?
Bookstore. It's
Oh,
like a
okay.
bookstore in Portland.
Oh, in Portland. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like a chain.
No, it's
Oh, okay.
awesome.
Sounds cool. I'd like to check that out IRL. Yeah. So those are the circumstances. How I'm trying to work this out is like, uh, the journey wherever you guys are from, the journey from there to Southern California will be one stretch of like one shorter stretch of like prep, research time and stuff that may make your stats go up a little bit. Just because like we're just playing a one shot, but I want to see like some character progression because it's fun and interesting. Um, and then the trip from Southern California to Portland, Oregon is a longer stretch. It'll be like twice as long. I don't know how that actually works out, but that's what we're doing. Um, yeah. Oh, and you also you're also notified that the person that's meeting you there, um, to organize on behalf of the person that's in charge of you and who you maybe owe your life, uh, is a personal contact of that person. Their name is Glut. So you're all meeting a person named Glut in oh, let me type that out. In Southern California, in or roundabout San Diego. Um, and they are the person who's gonna move you up to Portland. So where do you all think you're from?
Well,
Oh yeah. As far as like I said before, you guys can like your backgrounds are totally open. Like literally whatever you want. You can know each other. You can be complete strangers. Like whatever you want. Valid.
I knew it. You knew it.
Um.
That
Oh.
makes friends so hard like in the coffin.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, we're gonna have to play with distance and make it a little wonky and suit our needs. But so yeah, so you're from Boston, Mass. Um. And you're taking trains there to San Diego. Um. obviously you'll have to travel only by night, so you might have to figure out like lodging during the day. Um, but yeah, that should work fine. Could I get character names again? Are they on the
Charlie Abernathy.
Charlie Abernathy? V, yeah,
What's the last one?
V, Vivica, Jack. Okay, Charlie, Jack,
Be a little more
V.
buff. We'll work out.
So where do you guys think you're from? Jack and Vivica, V.
Palaca, Florida, which is a very, very, very small town south of Palaca, in between, I think, Palaca and Spuds, which is a real thing.
Is that I was about to ask?
Yeah, middle of nowhere. It has one diner.
Florida Vampire.
Yeah. And he was recruited and sent to LA, but now he's in Baltimore because he wanted a city, and he thought New York City would be good, but he couldn't make it in New York City, and it was like it was just the cost of living was too high for his style of living. So he's in Baltimore in one of the townhouses, and so he's gonna probably try to fly in that case.
Cool. Florida's the Sunshine State, right?
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
You can't go home.
That's fantastic.
Can't go home again, which is fine. Which is fine for him. No
Fl-
offense. Oh, you can go after dark, catch the extra magic hours.
Oh my god, yeah. Florida Vampire. Excellent.
Yeah,
V, where are you from?
He is born and raised Buffalo, New York. Attempts to move to New York have been made. Very expensive, very difficult, and hard there.
Oh my god, yeah.
Most of it so
I can
she's
respect that.
realistic Carrie Bradshaw.
She's taking a mega bus.
Okay. That's fantastic.
She can get one at night.
You
Uh,
said a mega bus, right? Not a mega bus.
No, I said mega bus.
No, like
MEG.
okay. Cool.
Is that a thing,
They're
Megan?
like $1 to ride, and they have like really crappy bathrooms.
Okay.
It's like it's a thing.
Yeah, let's have that back and forth.
Yeah. So definitely doesn't look like she should be on the mega bus wearing what she's wearing. Millennial life, I guess.
One important thing. I'll need you all to look at your blood pool and let me know what that's at currently. Yeah, that'll be on primary in the primary tab all the way at the bottom. Well, not all the way, but most of the way. Okay. So Jack has 3 X's.
Hell yeah. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
What is that affected by? Because I just went off what the sheet already said, which is 3.
Oh, okay. Did you use the pregen sheet, right?
Yeah, I changed it, so I'm not sure if I was supposed to. I didn't also change the book.
So normally during character creation, or I guess like during the first game, you just roll for it, and it's just a D10. So you guys can use that starting thing, but if you guys want to roll too, that's fun.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
take a risk.
Sure.
Yeah, that's much better.
Do you guys want to roll?
Hey,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hey, we all have 8s. I mean, I started with 8, so I feel like that's a little more special.
So you all are doing pretty well. Depending on your generation, I think you're all 13th. Your max blood pool is like 10, I think. So you're 8 out of 10. You're not too hangry right now. If you had been at 3, you would have needed to feed. And you would have been on an. You're flying, right, Jack? Yeah.
Nobody
Right.
Oh,
So,
If I was hungry, I'd be saving my appetite for California. I'm gonna drink this pool like a smoothie.
so yeah, you guys are good for the time being. You lose a blood point every night. So I mean, I don't know actual travel times, but from the places that you're from to Southern California, is that like that's less than a day, right?
Oh god.
I think yeah. I have no idea. I genuinely have no clue whatsoever.
That's
Okay, so I think you're good. I think Jack is gonna lose. I think Jack, you're gonna lose a blood point when you get there, maybe because it's like gonna be toward the end of the night. Um, Charlie and V, that you guys might be a longer way getting there. Uh,
Nothing extra. I don't even know what any of us are really doing here.
how long do?
Ooh, son! That's a 15 day journey. No, that's an option for a tour of the. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's all. Yeah, 15.
I don't want the most scenic route. I want the most. I want the least violent route.
Yeah, fucking. That's real on theme. Like,
Because all we want to do is solve a mystery on a train. He's from Europe. You know what? He tried it there. Obviously, when he's from Europe.
there's no more train murders. It's such a shame. Um, do we like want to roll a d4 or something? The trip, like how many days it is, because I really have no idea. Unless you guys want to like go legit and like do Google Maps or
I don't
something.
know why I didn't think to travel by dotted red line. That always gets you there real fast.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, good. It's a bullet. It's the first bullet train in the U.S. It's an alternate universe.
Yeah, we'll say it's a few decades in the future. Uh, yeah, it's a Congo brand train because they own trains too. They own everything.
Grumpy the entire time. My car tonight. Oh, by the way, his
Yeah.
coffin is done up like that. The model that you would know of like a U.S. sailor being returned home, like
Oh.
war. And so like it's treated very well. Like people handle it very gently.
Details like that I cherish. Like I want to know everything about your characters as far as like granular stuff like that goes. So feel free to share that stuff, please. Yeah. So one day you're good. Like you probably lose a blood point by the time you get there. But you're chilling. Um, yeah. V, do you wanna roll a d4? Yeah. Nice. So you're gonna have to feed on the way there. You're taking buses, you said? Okay, so they're not direct, right? Like if it were cross country, there'd be a few stops, I imagine.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you have the option. You have several options, but the most immediate option is feeding at bus station stops. Um, is that what they're called? Bus stations? Yeah, transit stations. Uh, yeah. So um, yeah, that sounds rough.
Jack flies like a sane person.
Listen. It's expensive.
Oh, actually, you know what? You have 8 points in your pool, so you could take that hit. You could lose all four and be like just kind of moderately hungry by the time you get there to San Diego. You're flying into San Diego or traveling to San Diego. Um, or you could choose to feed on the way if you want. I'll give you the option.
You know, I think I would feed over it.
Okay.
Train stations or bus stations are rife with all kinds of people.
All kinds of people. So yeah, we'll say like halfway there or something, you'll stop to feed. What method are you going about? Oh, do you have a type? Do you have like a preference?
Um, I don't.
Is it like a you'll take it where you can get it kind of thing?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think that fits.
Okay, you're dead. You're immune to disease and stuff, so that's not as much a concern. I think the way it works with blood, with licks with vampires is that if somebody has a narcotic in their system, you will feel the effects. um,
I
uh,
think on one of the bus changes, a fellow takes a dump in the aisle.
yeah,
That ride sucks. So when that stop lets out a knife, she's like, "That's the one. That's
yeah,
the one we're gonna
that's my guy.
last dump you ever done.
the last dump you're ever gonna take on a bus."
Okay, that's so great. So what's your approach? Like, how are you trying to get this person um, isolated enough that you won't break the masquerade while feeding on them?
Okay, I'm gonna trail him for a while.
Just wherever he heads off to.
Yeah, just gonna follow him. Like, there's probably a couple hours till the next bus.
Mhm.
When I find a good area, I will tackle it.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe not tackle, maybe trip it. That's more my
Great.
forte.
I'd already been picturing like Jaws, like she just emerges.
Oh my god.
in the corner.
You can do that if you want.
More of a trip situation than a physical tackle.
Like trip him as he comes around a corner, then drag him behind it. Um, do we think this person's like just a malcontent that they would drop a deuce in the middle of a bus, or like are they drunk out of their mind? That's a thing on buses, right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I also
basically.
saw people taking cocaine on buses, but that was Florida.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'd say he's probably drunk.
Okay.
Like, this bus is probably going to pass through Las Vegas at some point. There's going to be all kinds.
That's for sure.
Maybe it is in Vegas. Like it could be. It's not necessarily halfway, but yeah, it's somewhere seedy. Yeah. So I think that'll be either strength or dexterity plus maybe brawl or athletics. Like it's really meant to be pretty flexible. So if there's something that you think would work well, you can go ahead and try that.
I don't know, would it help, but I have a pretty good, I have 3 in stealth, if that would help me get the drop on him. That's
Yeah,
dexterity.
yeah, that works perfect.
That.
So it's not so much that you're like you wouldn't have very much. Oh damn, you wouldn't have very much trouble
No, no.
starting out right. Um,
That's bad.
s-
Tenderly.
Oh, hello. I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else.
that's so great. God, I don't even know. So the dexterity part is I think the actual tripping. The stealth part I think is what fails spectacularly. Um, maybe you stick your foot out like just a second too early and he just stops right in front of it, uh, and doesn't trip. um, so he knows you're there. You're kind of giving him the old razzle dazzle with your foot out behind the corner. Um,
Okay, is there anyone around?
um, no, it's you followed him far out enough, and he's being weird and seedy and going out far enough that there's no one else around. But he peeks around the corner. He's like, "What the hell?"
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will be true, but I do have 3 firearms.
Oh my god.
Do I have a weapon?
Oh, okay. So some stuff we'll have to establish on the way. Yeah, just because we're it's a one shot. But if you have resources, right?
I do have
As a background.
3 resources.
So yeah, easily you have a weapon like a personal weapon. It can be pretty much whatever you want. We'll just stat it out to be whatever stats work for the game. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So that's one thing. Just for everybody watching, all pretty much all range combat in this game is firearms. If that's like if you're not down with that, I get that. I'm American. I'm terrified all the time. uh, yeah, just it will be present. I'm not gonna be like explicit with it. I'm not gonna like make sound effects or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's what they're using. To say that we're like shooting, I'll like say like they take a shot or like something along those lines. I'll try to like tone it down a little bit. Yeah, but no like sound effects or anything. I might say like scrat pop pop or like crat tat because that's funny to me and I like that. But
I shouldn't like roleplay Charlie who's just coming out of a pawn shop with like a KFC bucket of
you can't. No, you. uh, you can. You totally can. I'm not gonna restrict too much, but yeah, like yeah, guns kind of suck. But yeah, you totally have a gun. So I think the options are like they range from like pistol to long arms like rifle. Um,
I agree too. That's too soft.
they kind of suck.
Yeah.
um, uh, but for our purposes, we're just gonna
Oh my
make pretend and use them.
We're being watched.
Oh snap! Oh, my mic isn't picking up well.
Oh, were you saying stuff? I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Um, my mic isn't being picked up well. According to.
Oh, someone in the chat.
Can you? Yeah, can you all hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Let me look at. Everything seems okay on. Can somebody say something real quick? It doesn't matter who.
Yo.
Oh, that's odd. Uh, is it everyone other than me? Because I'm not getting values for or I'm not getting levels for desktop.
We all suck.
Oh my god.
I figured it out, guys.
Everyone sounds bad, but Marcus.
Oh no.
Okay.
How's that? If I get closer to the microphone, is it better?
Yeah, I'm trying to speak into the mic. If that helps.
Yeah, I can hear you all perfectly.
Well, I have it on this side of my hair, though. I know, but I'm on this side. Well, you should have thought of that before you married me.
Oh, he's typing again.
We've had this problem before too, right? Not like we, but like you guys.
Okay.
What was that? That OBS might be picking up.
Matt said he's had this problem.
Yeah.
Apparently, Marcus, it's on your end. Your OBS is
Okay.
picking up the wrong mic from the Zoom.
So it's picking up mine for sure because I'm getting levels from it. Let me.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know how to fix that. Oh no.
It's because we're vampires.
Yeah. I'm gonna try switching. At all? Like you can't hear?
No.
Okay. One sec.
If everyone else through your headphones, I think it does.
Oh, that's so odd.
And we're just like narrating this in real time. What's
Let me turn my levels down a little bit. Can you guys say stuff? Yeah, we're.
I do not bow to my corporate overlords. Actually, that's really funny. When we're asking about a type, always may come up. It's rich asshole.
That's my self-inserts type. It's like everyone above a certain tax bracket.
Yep.
God, yeah, I really have no idea.
We don't pay taxes. That just goes for anybody who brings up his old TV show. Max track pack. It was very popular on Disney.
Isn't he?
Isn't then? Yeah.
You know, I think I'm gonna go. As I didn't think about this before. I think these type will probably be completely overindulged.
Who?
Maybe whether it be a substance or maybe it's just food. But maybe they're just rich.
I'm really into this I am the rich.
Eat the
No,
rich.
don't worry. They're really delicious. We're gonna get you hooked. Well, he's not actually rich. He's like, we're gonna go to Rodeo Drive. It's gonna be.
Is that any better? I don't even know if I've even done anything.
Hey, Chad, is that any better? Yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah, I lost fatigue. Whoa, what is what?
He said so. He said the like in OBS, it's picking up the wrong mic.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
um.
nope. Suddenly, bird. It's no. He just heard a finger. Oh. Okay.
Bird?
um.
That's all. It was a random encounter.
I'm gonna try muting myself really quick because you guys say stuff. I'm muting myself now. Okay, so is that audible like at all? Chat. I should get in chat. Okay.
I cannot hear it all, he said.
I can eat it.
Ooh, I wonder how long that's been going on.
Okay, and is that an us problem, or have you been stressed out?
Yeah, that could be. That's possible, right?
Yeah, he says all the sound is coming through your headphones, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe we should quit the Zoom and join again?
I could quit OBS because it's not showing any activity in my yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna quit OBS, which means I guess the stream is gonna stop for a sec, but we'll be right back. Um, yeah. BRB.